welcome back to JC3 Cards and Collectibles. I'm here with my buddy Stu. We are fresh off another card show weekend. We had a great time out at the KI Center doing the quarterly Green Bay card show. We split a table with our buddy Adam at the Dollar Box and spent the day selling cards and shopping for cards, of course. So the KI Center is a great venue. If you've never been there before, I would say definitely check it out. I'll try and put something right up here so you can check out the KI Convention Center. But it's also a chance for us to sell down a little bit of our inventory. We often take dime boxes out there to sell. Have you ever been a seller at a card show? If not, let me give you a little taste of what this is like. This is from my perspective at our table here. I'll go ahead and play this as I talk through it. So my boys and I and Adam, we're all sitting there with our dime boxes set up. Our kids, my kids, I should say, have some Pokemon cards they're selling as well. There's our neighbors to us. There's the main ballroom out there. So we set up our table just outside of the main ballroom. But we're kind of behind this wall of box tops that we set up and say, oh, we've got a Stu sighting. Stu! So Stu is always there with us. He's kind of the life of the party a lot of times, right? So we set up there at our table. We used to run two tables. The last couple shows, we've consolidated a little bit into a single table. That's worked out well for us, and of course a little less in fees for table fees on that. But we set up our dime boxes, and people set up a chair. You saw a customer there going through a box of them. We will sometimes see an individual, a potential buyer, sitting at our table for an hour or more, just going through all the boxes and grabbing a handful of cards at the end of the day. So it's an opportunity for us to sell a little bit of our cards that we don't list on eBay because the margins aren't big enough. So we throw them into a monster box, we take them there, and we sell as much as we can. Now, however, we take turns kind of watching the table, and when we're not watching the table, we are out on the prowl looking for good buys as well. I feel I did especially well. And here's a little pile of cards I got. I ended up bringing home over 400 cards. I averaged about 50 cents a card on the day. I went in with a plan saying I need to branch out and shop a little more in the $2, $3 boxes if I can. So I didn't hit a single dime box on this card show this past weekend, which is unusual for me because it seems like the last few I found a good dime box as soon as I walked in the door, and I hit it hard. But I'm trying to kind of expand my offerings in my store a little bit. I feel like I've gotten a little heavy on the $1.99 cards. So I wanted to find some not high-end offerings. I am now and forever will be a low-end card seller. But I wanted to find a little more variety in our price points. A few more good inserts, prisms, refractors, some numbered cards, and things like that. And ran into a few good tables that really pulled me in for a good duration of time. Just running through my memory, I feel like I only shopped in earnest on 4 or 5 tables for the day. I was very selective, but I found a lot of good stuff. A number of tables had everything in these card savers, which was a nice plus. The majority of items I got for the day were in top loaders or they were in card savers. So that is really a good plus. And I got a good mix of things. I got a little bit of WWE, a little bit of racing, a little bit of hockey, which I've been trying to build up on a little bit. A little bit of basketball and a few kind of random entertainer cards, which are fun. And then, of course, some of my bread and butter. So a good amount of football and baseball. But they were items that I didn't currently have. expand on a few insert variations, and some a lot of Hall of Famers that I didn't have a lot of yet. So they all fit a need. I went in with a plan, and it pretty much stuck to that plan. I ended up getting more cards than I thought on the day. I thought going in with kind of a higher price point in mind. I thought that I would walk out, I should say, with a smaller stack of cards, but that was not the case. I think foot traffic was a little lower. Some of my buying was in the last hour of the show, and of course, sometimes dealers are like a little more flexible. They're like, it's less I got to pack up and take home, so let's move it, right? So that can be a prime buying opportunity sometimes. So we'll take a quick break here. We're going to come back and we're going to start digging in to some of those pickups we had on the day. Can't wait to see you back here. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks again for joining us today. Me and the Stewmeister are here. I should say Stu and I, right? Proper English grammar. Stu and I are back, ready to share with you some of our pickups we had at the Green Bay Card Show this weekend. Again, over 400 cards we picked up. I don't know if I'll go through every single one here, but I definitely want to go through some of them to give you an idea of what we picked up. I thought before we did that, it might be fun to maybe even share with you the experience of going through this card show and give you an idea of what the venue looks like, what the turnout was like. So I've actually got a quick little walkthrough that I can take you on. And we'll do that right now. Let's take a look here. We'll select that. Let's see how this works. All right, here we are. And I'll make myself a little bit smaller here. Here's our walkthrough of the Green Bay Card Show at the KI Convention Center. I hope you enjoy. What's this guy shopping for? Probably Cubs cards.
Killing it in the quarters.
Are ya? All right, so there's a look at the Green Bay Card Show at the KI Convention Center. Pretty nice turnout. Certainly not the heaviest foot traffic I've seen since I've been doing that show, but always a decent turnout. And of course, you saw our friend Adam from the Dollar Box there going through some quarter sheets in a portfolio there, looking to make some buys there as well. Pretty sure he ended up finding some nice Brady's in one of those binders. I always give him a hard time, as you saw there, about his fandom for the Cubs. But we had a good day. We worked together at that show. It worked out well. But yeah, really nice venue. Always a good time. The gentleman that runs the show, Matt, he is a very gracious host. Always good working with him. He does a great job with the event. So without further ado, I think it's probably time to dive into some of the pickups that we were able to get. Stu and I were scouring a few tables, found a few hot tables that we were really pleased with what we were finding. So I'm going to hook up the card cam and we're going to dive into those right now. All right, we've got our card cam all set up and we are ready to start digging into some of these cards. So let's take a look. Up first, we found a nice little run of some 2021 historic autographs, famous Americans. And what is interesting about this set is I don't know there's a lot of knowledge on this set. They are somewhat obscure. I think I bought one box in my life, and I'm still selling some of those cards out of there. The one I bought from them was the Washington Chronicles. This one, Famous Americans, is a fun set if you're into history, which of course you know I am if you watch at all. But what's interesting is historic autographs, they do a good job of catering to just about everybody in their sets. These are going to be base cards, and these base cards are going to go for about $3 a piece, and I paid well under that. But what a lot of people don't realize is the last 110 cards in the set, so it's a 330 card set, and 220 to 230 are super short prints. So what's a super short print? Well, that's a good question because it can be different. But if you look at the back, one of only 150 made. I believe, unless someone can correct me on this, I believe the super short prints from this set are numbered. Well, they're not numbered. They're not serial numbered, but they have a print run of only 150. So, and that may be specifically to you'll see this little historic embossed on there. Some of them say inspire, some of them say historic. But here's what I know about this. It is a super short print. I believe that 1 out of 150 is significant. Printed, what did it say? One of only 150 made. I think that is a significant number. I don't think that's just pie in the sky stuff. So we got a Jim Thorpe here, athlete of the century. Like I said, I think that'll go for $3. We've got an Amelia Earhart. Again, I think $3 for each of these. One of my favorites on the day, Robin Williams. And you got the nice Inspire embossed there. So that's a nice touch as well. Let me see if I can get this light a little better situated. We've got Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra. And then perhaps my best pickup on this, again, also a super short print. Actually, one of these, let me see, one of these was not a super short print. So the Jim Thorpe would technically not be a super short print because it was 210 and the super short print started at 220. So that one's slightly different. Interesting, it still says one of only 150 made. Perhaps because this was out of the factory set. Maybe that's what the 150 made corresponds to. But in those, I also got the Man in Black, Johnny Cash. And looking at the recent history on these, I can tell you that there was a recent sale of this card for $10. That is a very, very significant sale for the buy I made at this table. So that was a really good find to get a few of these famous Americans. And that was just starting the fun on the day. Okay, and a quick correction on the historic autographs. The one of only 150 made are actually, because I was mistaken, these are not base. They're listed a little differently than the ones in the Washington Chronicles set I had. The Washington Chronicles did have an actual serial number stamp on them, where these do not. But these are the alloy parallels, and you can see a little bit of shine on them. Some of them are actually like the Robin Williams, the Amelia Earhart. Let me see. Wrong ones. There we go. Those I can see being alloy. These other ones are just kind of shiny, but they're darker. That's why they're out of 150. So to have the alloys and then on top of that have some of the short prints as well, really good find on that. All right. So up next, I found just a couple WWE cards on the day. They're both from 2021 women's division set, but they're both matte relics. So this is Nikki Cross, and on the back you can see they're numbered out of 250, event used matte relic card. If you've ever been to a live event, you would see them change the mats, the mat cover about 3 times in an event. And I would imagine that's what these are from. They just get cut up and put in the cards. So I got Nikki Cross on that one. And then we have former women's champ, Bianca Belair, who is a young rising star. I say rising because she's only been out of NXT, their developmental brand, for about a year now. So I think there's a lot more to come from Bianca Belair. She's definitely an exciting talent. She's got her own TV show with her husband now. What is her husband's name? He's half of a tag team. They work with Bobby Lashley. It's escaping me right now. But her husband is pretty exciting to watch too. He's kind of a cruiserweight. So again, you can see out of 250. So we got some serial numbered talent on that one. All right, next up, we've got some NASCAR on the day. This first one is a Bill Elliott. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. You got some nice gold foil on there. You've got the Winston Cup Bill Elliott salute badge on there, and you got the Dawsonville City Limits. Just a pretty cool card. Bill Elliott, if you're not familiar with NASCAR, Bill Elliott is a legend, a Hall of Famer. He won so many cups in a row. I think they started changing the rules because of him. It's almost like Max Verstappen today in F1. Then we got the Intimidator, Dale Earnhardt. Top Drivers, 1983 Winston Cup champion. Got him in the nice tux there. And I needed some NASCAR. I'm a little light on NASCAR, so I picked up. I found some nice stuff here, and I thought, I gotta get it. Gotta have something to list. We got some Jeff Gordon here, Race Sharks, one of his race wins. Another Jeff Gordon, Race Sharks from another win. Jeff Gordon, also a Hall of Famer. Then we got into some numbered stuff. So we got Mr. the King, Richard Petty, numbered out of 299. We've got some Martin Truex Jr., numbered out of 999. We've got like a red ice there. We've got Richard Petty again out of 999. Richard Petty Classics from Don Ross. Really nice looking card there. You got the hat. We got a Kyle Busch numbered out of 199, I believe. Yep, 199. Got the old M&M's logo. I still buy some Danica Patrick. She's still got some selling power, even though she hasn't been, on the circuit for a couple years now. I do see her in some broadcasting engagements, though. And then another numbered card. This one is out of 299. It's a red, white, and blue prism. Probably have, looking at that one, gosh, some of these Paninis, there can be 25 different prisms. I would guess, my first guess on this one would either be a shimmer or a pulsar prism. But you got the red, white, and blue in there too. And like I said, I think it's out of 199, 299 it looks like, 299. So getting some numbered cards is always good. I've had a little bit of run on some red, white, and blue parallels lately. I've had a few buyers coming in and buying a bunch up. So, of course, I saw some red, white, and blue. It caught my eye, and I said, I'm your buyer. All right, we're going to have some hockey coming up, and I don't have a lot of hockey, but one of the things I wanted to call it on this is all this hockey came in these elite card savers. If you watch Dollar Box Live on Wednesday nights with myself and Adam from the Dollar Box, you know that Adam recently tried some of these elite card savers and has become a pretty good fan of the product, and we'll be trying a little bit more of that. The other thing, as you'll see here as we get started, is I was able to get some quantity buys on some of this hockey. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so up first, I've got a couple of Pinnacle Teemu Selanne. So you can see I got a couple of those. We talked about quantity volume buys. I've got a Patrick Roy, or Patrick Waugh, I should say. And then I've got two of these, I believe it's Brett Hull World Tour. Yeah, Upper Deck 1994 World Tour. And I got two of these Brett Hulls. I've got some Don Russ here, Joe Sakic, and I got two of those. A couple of these Upper Deck. What year is this? Am I going to be able to see the year without my close up? No, I don't see it. But this is a 90s Mario Lemieux with the trophy. And I've already sold some of these in the past, so I knew these would go, so I picked up a couple more of those. Couple more Super Marios. Don Russ here. Got two more of this. And then I've got some more of this 90, what is this? 94, 95 Pinnacle set. Should look familiar. I got two of these Martin Brodeur. And I've got quite a few Brodeurs. There's another one. My thought on hockey is go with the goaltenders. The goalies are money usually. So Martin Brodeur is one that I will pick up, even though I don't know a lot of hockey. And one more from Martin Brodeur. Then I got a couple of Peter Forsberg here. And then, of course, anytime you look at some hockey, you want to see if you can get some of the great one. So we did get a little Wayne Gretzky. I love the graphic there with the hockey stick. We got a season leader from Score 91. We got a pro set here, captain Wayne Gretzky with the Kings. So a little bit of hockey, not a lot, but that's okay. If I can piece together a little bit here and there, and they're names that'll move for me, I'm gonna get them. So let's see what else we have. All right, we are ready to jump into some basketball now, and I'm gonna start off with a little 93-94 Topps Finest, which I think is first year Topps Finest. And we've got a couple of Reggie Miller. They're like metal cards. They're not refractors. The colors don't change. But this was an early adopter of something different than just a regular paper card. So this is Control's Finest on that one, and then this one is just a base Finest. So very cool look on these. Anytime I can find first year of a specific brand, I think that's always a good buy. If you've listened to me before, you know my affinity for Topps Gold Label. So I did get some gold label on the day. Here's a Stephon Marbury. I got a little relic work. So got a Topps here, 50th anniversary, Amari Stoudemire relic, Phoenix Suns. Let's see, what kind of relic are we dealing with here? Where's the disclaimer? Topps pledges to bring you closer to the game and its leading players. The relic featured on the front of this card was worn during an official NBA game or event. The material was acquired directly from NBA property. So that leaves it open to a lot of different things it could be worn in. And it doesn't necessarily say it was worn by Amari Stoudemire either. But I am a fan of relics. I don't really poo-poo them. I don't dig too deep. Obviously, the more specific you can be with a relic, the higher the price point will be. I think everyone would agree on that. But I still think it's cool to get any type of relics. So I'll grab them if the price is right. Then I grabbed a few Shaqs. It wouldn't be a card show without me grabbing some Shaq. So we got his Lakers upper deck here. This next one here, I've sold a few of these already. The Young Lion insert from Fleer. Was that 94, 95? Another Topps Shaq. I think I've sold a few of these already. We got an upper deck. Let me look at this one a little closer. It's with the Lakers. It's got the bronze logo. I'm not sure if that's a base or if there's something to that. What I find interesting, I think that's just a base that year. But sometimes when you see those different type of badges, so like the shiny bronze badge like that, sometimes it can mean something different. We've got an NBA Hoops from 97, Shaq. Again, Lakers look here. We got a Masters of the Game insert, USA Basketball, 96 Fleer. So that caught my eye because of the medallion in the background. I just think that's a cool concept, cool design. We got a special issue Fleer by the numbers Team USA Shaq here. So Shaq by any name, whatever card you want to get, pretty safe bet. He's got a huge fan club, continues to sell cards. They keep on going, so I keep on buying. Got a few different metal cards, Fleer metal. Here's a rookie Jerry Stackhouse. We've got heavy metal Shawn Kemp. I'm not a huge Shawn Kemp fan, but this was just a cool card. Vince Carter scrapbook with Vince Carter. Vinsanity is back. That caught my attention because of the fatigues he's wearing. I was like, that is a unique story to tell there, I'm sure. Sergeant Carter on the back. 1 of 10 on an insert set for the Vince Carter scrapbook. Hadn't seen it before. When I haven't seen it before, I grab something. And then a Grant Hill with the Pistons. Another metal card. Always a fan. An early acetate card here coming up. Let's see. This is a 97 key ingredient gold. So it's always fun to see an acetate card on some of those older sets, because I feel like they're pretty well accepted now as a modern concept, but there were a few brands and a few sets that dabbled in them back in the day as well. So like we said, Fleer 97, 98, there was a few acetate cards that I would find back then. And then we've got a couple of Topps Chrome, 40th anniversary of the NBA, David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon. We've got a rookie insert set. I don't know that. I'll have to check on this. 95 Skybox NBA Hoops, rookie Grant Hill. Might actually be his rookie. But it could be just like a rookie review card too. I'll have to check that. We've got a more modern 2021 Dominance hollow insert, or prism, I should say, because it's a Panini card. Big Cat, Karl-Anthony Towns. A nice SP, authentic profiles, Kareem. It's got the red foil, might be a parallel. I'll have to look at that a little bit more. What year is this one? Fleer 98.99. Fleer Brilliance insert, Jason Kidd. Really cool image there. It's got this, cloudy sky behind him. Just caught my eye. Another modern card here, 2023-24. Luka Doncic. Was watching him a little bit in the playoff game today. He certainly was doing his part, but last I checked, the Mavericks were down by 20, so I don't think it ended well. We got a little Kobe. We got a 2017-2018 Panini Prism Fundamentals insert with Kobe. Paid up a little bit on that one, but you're pretty much going to have to for some Kobe's. Another modern 22-23 Panini Don Russ Magicians, a little Ja Morant. This is a LeBron card I hadn't seen before. I just liked the look of it, so I picked it up. It's a 2004 Upper Deck Rivals, LeBron James and his Cavs uni. We got Don Russ, Joakim Noah production line. It's the red. That might be a parallel as well. I'll find out more when I look it up. A 2014-15 Panini Don Russ Scoring Kings, John Havlicek, who I believe is a Hall of Famer. Got like that Carolina blue, so potentially that might be a parallel as well. I'll have to check that later. 2014-15 Don Russ Court Kings with Ricky Rubio. Another production line from that 14-15 Panini Don Russ set. This one, Anthony Davis. We've got a Prism card here, 2019-20 Panini Hoops Premium Stock, which I like Hoops Premium Stock. I'm not so much a fan of NBA Hoops, but the Hoops Premium Stock has got some nice cards in it. This is a Lights Camera Action insert with the Prism finish on it. I sell one of my best sellers for basketball. It's actually Joel Embiid. So I got a 23-24 Hoops Sky View here. Not a bad looking insert, but I really bought that on name alone. Got a 99-2000 Fleer Masters of the Hardwood insert, Stephon Marbury. And that has got there's a little bit of a foil reflection on that Masters of the Hardwood. You can just barely see it. It's so nuanced. Just a sharp card when I looked at it, surrounded by hardwood there, planks all the way around. I just had to get that one because I always follow the rule that if I see a card I'm gaga about, there's going to be a buyer someplace that's gaga about it as well. Got a 96 Topps Gallery Patrick Ewing with a nice gold foil here on the side. Believe Patrick's a Hall of Famer. The Expressionists. Got an Upper Deck Electric Court parallel, Reggie Miller. We got a nameplates insert from 99, 99 Skybox. So NBA Hoops, Anthony Hardaway, Penny. It was a fun time in Orlando when you had Penny and Shaq. Another Stephon Marbury. This one's a Skybox Premium. It's the 95 insert. So you got a little prismatic finish on that foil as well. Really nice design. I'm going to grab those. We've got an Upper Deck 06-07 Upper Deck Reserve. And this is a Dwayne Wade refractor here, or prism, whatever you want to call it. It is from the MVP Watch insert. And then I got a couple of mascots. Mascots are always fun. These are from 2020 Panini Contenders basketball. We got the Duck from Oregon. Not a very imaginative name for a mascot, but the Duck is kind of iconic. And then we've got the Miami Hurricanes. So here's a more imaginative name, Sebastian the Ibis or Ibis. I'm not sure how to say it. Same set, but another mascot. So I always grab mascots when I see them. I think they have a wide appeal. They're easy to have. You know, they're not going to be high dollar cards, but people do enjoy them. So I grab them whenever I see them. So that's our basketball. What'd you think of those? So far, let me see if I can get my layout right. We've gone through some WWE. We've gone through some historical figures. We've gone through some NASCAR. We've gone through some hockey. And we've gone through a little bit of basketball. What do you think so far? Those are kind of the smaller stacks I got on the day. I'm looking over to see what's left. Now I have multiple large stacks of baseball and football to go through next. I think what I'm going to do is maybe pare that down a little bit for you and not go through every single one. Or if I do, I'm going to go through them pretty fast because that's where the bulk of the 400 plus cards comes from. But yeah, let me know what you think of the cards so far. We're going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to move into baseball, which is, if you know us here at JC3 Cards and Collectibles, you know that baseball is kind of our bread and butter. So we'll be right back with that after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for being here with me and the stew. We are having a good time going through our pickups from the Green Bay Card Show on April 20th, 2024 at the KI Convention Center. Excellent time so far going through everything. We've got time now to look at our baseball pickups for the show. And we've got quite a bit to go through. So without further delay, I'm going to jump right into it. We're going to go over to the card cam. And we are going to start with something a little different. Oops, just moved the camera a little bit. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. There we go. What we have here is a 1985 7-Eleven Superstar Sports coins for the West region of Rich Goose Gossage, number 54. Now, these are lenticular. Let's see if I can get it to change. There we go. You can see there's the close-up profile. There's the in action. I love my lenticular cards, coins. On the back, you can see the promo for 7-Eleven Slurpee. Who hasn't had a Slurpee? Do they still make Slurpees? I haven't been in a 7-Eleven for so long. I know they still exist. I see them every once in a while when I'm traveling for work and I'm out in bigger cities. But I have not really stopped in one, and I certainly haven't got a Slurpee in even longer. So you know this one is from the West region series because it's got that DH down there. Each regional series has a different code at the bottom there. And the West Coast one is DH. What does DH stand for? Not designated hitter. I'm not sure how that corresponds to the West, but I like this kind of stuff. I think, looking at these, I see plenty of eBay sales traffic on these coins. Goose Gossage maybe isn't the top seller there, so I might just get $2 for this, but certainly it's easy to ship. I didn't have to pay much for it, so I see that as a win. Next up, I've got some more coins. This one is Tony Gwynn, again lenticular, so you can see an action shot there, his profile. These ones are 2000 Pacific Trading Company 7-Eleven coins. And again, I see a lot of sales action on these, and Tony Gwynn in particular moves sometimes. These probably go for about $3. I don't know why they go for a little bit more than the 1985 series. Must be the pop count, the print runs on them. But Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer. I actually got 3 copies of this one. So I'll have some volume quantity promo going on that as well. And you can see that the lenticular aspect of it changes with these little edges too. So you got the MLB logo and the Padres there. Let's see. You see Padres now. Let's see. From the angle I'm at, I can see MLB. And then there's also a 7-Eleven logo that comes up in there too. If I can get a good angle for you. We saw Padres. Now on the other side, you see that number 19. If we change the angle, we will start to see Players Association coming in there. So I think that's pretty good. If you get that reference. I like the unique stuff like that. Certainly these aren't big dollar items, but they should move for me. Up next, I have some more coin-like cards. These are actually from the 2013 Cooperstown set. Excuse me. And these are an insert set called Colgan's Chips. And you can see why. They're kind of like poker chips. They're bigger than the coins we just looked at. They're all Hall of Famers. So this is Jim Bunning. If we look at the back of one, it says Stars of the Diamond, one in every 5-cent package of Colgan's violet chips and mint chips. Beware of imitations, the gum that's round. Very cool old advertising example here. I love it when Panini does this in some of their sets. I'm a sucker for all that advertising lore. But they're a nice size. They're pretty sturdy, I would say. They're not super thick, but they're not flimsy for sure. So we also got a Kirby Puckett. And we've got Nolan Ryan, the old Nolan Ryan Express in his Texas Rangers days. We've got a Jim Rice, Boston Red Sox. Is it Tug McGraw? I don't know if that's Tug McGraw. Tug McGraw, I think, was a modern 80s player. This maybe Phil McGraw. Phil McGraw, I think, New York Yankees. Judging by the pinstripes there, anyway. We got a Perez with Cincinnati. And we got the Wizard, Ozzie Smith with St. Louis. We got a Lindstrom with New York. We got LaJoy for Cleveland. I forget his first name. We got Fergie Jenkins with the Chicago Cubs. This is one of my favorites. We have Wright of the Boston Red Sox. I don't know Wright's first name. I don't know who this is. But I am truly impressed by the hair. Holy cow. We need that hairstyle to come back. We've got Roberto Alomar, Toronto Blue Jays. We got George Sisler for the Cards. Might have been St. Louis Browns then, too. Wade Boggs, Boston Red Sox. Robin Roberts, Philadelphia. Don Sutton, Los Angeles Dodgers. What I love about this Sutton is this is obviously very early in his career, probably the 20s. And I got to see Don Sutton pitch in some of his last days, which is very cool. Satchel Paige with St. Louis. Nolan Ryan in his Houston days. There's another Wade Boggs. Looks like I got a double of that one. Willie Stargell. We got Pops in the house for Pittsburgh. We got Joe Morgan in the house for Cincinnati. The Big Red Machine being repped. And Red Schoendice for St. Louis. Now, these go anywhere from, I've seen some of them go for $3. I've seen some of them go for as much as $10. So this was a really good buy for me. I got these super cheap. I believe I'm going to sell the heck out of these. I will pick them up anytime I see them. All right, moving on to more standard size cards. We've got a die cut auto here. This is Travis Dawkins, Cincinnati shortstop from Pacific, Crown Royale 2000. I do not personally know Travis Dawkins, but Mama Dawkins, if you'd like an autographed card of your son Travis, you know where to get it. And then I'm going to switch that out quick just because the rest are going to be more vertical cards. I picked up a bunch of cards from more Panini Cooperstown sets. And you'll remember that's where those Colgan's coin chips came from. But these are the more standard cards, maybe one insert in here. So these first couple are from, oh gosh, what is it? 2000. Let me get the old magnifying glass out here. The eyes aren't what they once were. 2012 Panini Cooperstown. We've got a Ron Santo. We've got a Jimmy Fox. And we've got a Warren Spahn. What I love about these sets is everybody's a Hall of Famer. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for known commodities, and Hall of Famers certainly are that. And then from that year's insert set, we've got an inductions insert for Reginald Martinez Jackson. Reggie Jackson, old number 44, class of 1993? I'm surprised. I remember him playing when I was young. I don't remember what his last year was. I guess 93 would make sense. I think he hung it up mid to late 80s, maybe. But in the span of my life, I remember him playing for Oakland. I remember him playing for the Yankees. And he was a feared hitter. Certainly someone I looked to emulate growing up playing ball in the Sandlot. All right. Then we're going to go on to another Panini Cooperstown set. And this one is year 2013. So this is where those Colgan's chips came from as well. But these are the base cards in that set. We've got Dizzy Dean. We've got Duke Snyder. We've got Tom Seaver. We've got Rogers Hornsby. Al Kaline. Tris Speaker. Stan Musial. Roy Campanella. Frank Robinson, another Hall of Famer I got to see at the end of his career and then managing the Baltimore Orioles a number of years, I remember. Honus Wagner. Mel Ott. I have a question about Mel Ott. I feel like when I watched This Week in Baseball as a kid, I think the voice of This Week in Baseball was Mel Ott. But I can't be sure. I'd have to look it up. Let me know in the comments if you can confirm that. Such an iconic show growing up. Before we had the internet and we can get live results all the time. I remember as a kid watching This Week in Baseball, or TWIB. He always had his TWIB notes, This Week in Baseball notes. And that was how I kept up on the game, really. And iconic theme music. I can hear the whole thing in my head right now. I don't want to infringe on any copyright rules, so I'm not going to play it. But I encourage you all to look up the This Week in Baseball theme song and give it a listen, and it will be an earworm stuck in your head for a week. We got Charlie Gehringer. Rod Carew, another player I had the fortune of watching towards the end of his career. Tony Gwynn, more modern Hall of Famer. And Jim Palmer, got to see him pitch at the end of his career as well before He went on to do a bunch of commercials and become an announcer. Um, you know, is there anything special about the design of these cards? Not really. They're kind of clean. I love my history of the game. I know there are others that appreciate that too. I enjoy going through these, and I'll be able to sell these, I think, in low end venues. I won't get a ton of money for them, but I know that there are people that will buy them. Now, a nice little surprise when I got home. I did not realize I got these, but I did get two parallels as well. Green ice, I think they called them. Let me double check because I remember these had a little funky name. They weren't exactly what we call them today. 2013 Cooperstown. And then we're going to check the parallels. And they called them green crystal. So yeah, I was right. Green crystal parallel before we decided on cracked ice or ice. So we got Pee Wee Reese there. And we've got Rogers Hornsby in the parallel as well. I love these cards. I would like to find more of them. It's even possibly I may decide to collect some of those. I really appreciate the history of the game, and I think they're darn cool. Darn cool. That's right. I said that. I sound like a dad. All right. Then we got a couple Chipper Jones with Ultimate Victory. I think that's Upper Deck Ultimate Victory. Love the blue on these, the blue foil edges on it. Little bit of shine on that. Almost I don't think it's all foil, but it's an impressive looking card. We also got Greg Maddux from that set. We got Topps Chrome here, 2001 Topps Chrome, celebrating the Yankees World Championship, 2000 World Series Championship. Can't go wrong with Topps Chrome product. It's a little better than the base. We got another horizontal, so I should have left it. We got a Bowman's Best here with Cal Ripken. I think that's early 90s, like a 94 or something. Let's take a look here. 1994 Bowman's Best. So that's called the Mirror Image. That set was released with, I think it's 1 through 90 with the red background. Then 1 through 90 was repeated with the blue background. And then 91 to wherever it ended, we had these mirror images where they had the dual image with both the red and the blue. So that's actually a pretty cool card. I think it was one per pack that hit. We've got a National League Rookie of the Year 2013 Topps Bryce Harper. We've got a 1994 Leaf. Oh, I should say Donruss Diamond Kings. Leaf is actually the producer. The brand is Donruss. This is actually a really nice year. These go for a little bit more than some other years because of that foil in the headline there, the Diamond Kings, and just the look of it. It's art, but it's very lifelike art. The image really pops. So I think these go, gosh, I want to say anywhere from $3 to $5. And then other sets, typically go in that $1.99 range. We've got a promotional card here. This is a 1994 Rembrandt Ultra Pro. 100,000 were printed. It's a Mike Piazza celebrating his 1993 Rookie of the Year. Got him in the tux there with that magenta background. This is an early example of an unlicensed promo, but much like Panini today, there's nothing in this card to identify any major league teams. We're having focus problems there. So because of that, no issues reselling that. That's just a promo card. I should not have any issues with that through eBay. Similarly, with this next card, I've got a few Griffies here. I got the kid. This is a Pacific Trading Cards Ken Griffey Jr. Milk Chocolate Bar promo card. So you will see milk chocolate bar at the bottom. This is the white background. There was a couple other ones, maybe blue background and something else. So you see Griff there, net weight 1.5 ounce, 42.5 grams. So looks like the candy bar wrapper. The back is clearly a promo. Talks a little bit about some significant achievements for the kid. Trademarks used by permission of the Seattle Mariners. So you don't see Major League Baseball, you just see the Seattle Mariners. Let's see, Pacific Trading Cards, manufactured by Pacific Candy Company, division of Pacific Trading Cards, available at fine stores throughout the Northwest. That's actually a pretty desirable promo card. It's got a little bit of condition issues over here on the left edge. I'll probably list it as excellent. I don't think I should list that as near mint on first glance. But I think if that was near mint, I think that's a $10 card. I think in excellent condition, maybe $6. Good buy for me with that. I got a couple Topps Fire Ken Griffey Jr. These are more modern. Let's see, what year was that? 2020. Double deuces, 2020. I love Topps Fire. I pick those up anytime I can. We've got some Derek Jeter coming up here as well. We got an Upper Deck Diamond Collection Pro Sigs in the blue variation. So not an actual signature. That's a printed replica of his signature. But the color is a variation. They had blue, I think red, and a couple other ink prints. We got 2002 Leaf Jeets. We've got 20th anniversary Donruss 2001 Derek Jeter. We've got Fleer Triple Crown from 2001, a number 2, so we got a number match. We've got Pacific Collection, number 190, so we don't have that number match. I can't quite make out the number on this one. Or the year, I should say. I want to say this is a 90s. Oh, sure. 1999. Then I really like this next card. This is a Fleer, 2002 Fleer. It's their Flair brand, Derek Jeter, and this is a number 2. So we've got a number match on there, and we've got a dual image. This next one is a 2005, I think. Yeah. 2000. Well, it probably came out in 2006, but it's celebrating the. Oh, I see. This is 2005 Donruss Champions, Derek Jeter. So if I flip that around, you see that horizontal. So you see the pennant flag design. You see the gold foil design. I really like that card. I think it's sweet. And then I got I do buy volumes sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 of these Storybook Endings inserts. 2014 Derek Jeter from Topps. And that is from the 2018 Topps Storybook Ending Insert Series. So I'll have some volume discounts on that. So those are our Jeters. Happy with those. I know I kid our buddy Adam at the Dollar Box about Jeter not being the greatest Yankee of all time, but I do respect Yankees or Jeter's play. I think he is a great player, and I pick him up as well. All right, up next, we've got As Seen on TV from 2020 Donruss, and we've got a numbered card out of 349. Jose Altuve. I think that's a silver. And then we've got another 2020 Panini Donruss, As Seen on TV, Jose Altuve. But this one's numbered out of 999. I think that's a bronze parallel. So same card, 2 different parallels. If we can compare and contrast here. There we go. So you see silver on top, bronze on the bottom. So happy with that. Oh, I did also want to mention, we talked about the Griffey cards I picked up. There's one more I picked up. This is a non-licensed promo card. Ken Griffey Jr. Hollow, and it's got the gold hollow trim on it. It's a classic image of the kid. It's interesting because it says officially licensed Major League Baseball and Seattle Mariners. The Major League Club insignias depicted on this product are trademarks which are exclusive property of the respective Major League clubs and may not be reproduced without the written consent. Play Ball USA cards 1991. So this is a 1991 Play Ball USA set, Ken Griffey Jr. commemorative set. And this card is awesome. However, looking at sources to look it up, sorry, I got a little material on the mat here I was trying to brush off. But looking at my resources to dig up this set, it says pretty clearly it's unlicensed. And I don't want to get on the wrong side of eBay. So I'm not going to list this one. But I am going to give it to my buddy Frank, who's a big Ken Griffey Jr. fan. I think that's a nice card to have. If he doesn't want it, I would certainly keep it myself if I'm not going to sell it. But just because it showed unlicensed in there, I was like, I don't want to take a chance on it. I'll hold on to it. It probably would have been this might have been a $5 card if I could sell it. In fact, I do see it was sold on eBay. Sometimes you can sneak them through and you don't get a hassle. Other times eBay will say, you need to pull this down. It's not licensed. On the back, it does look like it may be licensed. But when I look it up in like TCDB, it clearly says it's not licensed. So I decided I'm not going to take a chance on that. I'm going to let my buddy Frank have that card. I send him a Griffey once in a while and a bunch of Darryl Strawberries, I think it is. And I know he'll appreciate that. And he doesn't. He's not an eBay seller like I am. I know when I give him a card, he's going to hold on to it for the most part. So I think that's a good choice for that. All right, let's continue on. A little more baseball. We know how I love my Topps Gold label. And we got a Class 1 Deion Sanders here with a little refractive print on it. We've got another gold label here. This one is Manny Ramirez. Pretty good condition there. We got an O'Neill Cruz rookie from Topps Trading Card Day. I'm still thinking pretty highly of O'Neill Cruz. It is his rookie card. It was unfortunate the injury he had last year, but I will still buy him up for the right price. Then we got another numbered card here. We've got a Yordan Alvarez now playing out of 999. Really nice looking card there. I like the now playing inserts. That just really looks cool. We've got Topps Heart of the City insert. And this is an insert set that I have collected myself. They're actually up on my shelves in my room as I speak right now. I've been looking for a way to light up that shelf a little bit so you can see them better. But any extras now, I still pick those up. So we got Juan Soto on Washington, D.C. Really cool card coming up here. 2017 Bryce Harper breakthrough moment from Topps Finest. It's got a little bit of the chrome curve to it here, and it's horizontal, so I'm going to spin it around. You can see Washington logo, Bryce Harper. It's pretty busy graphically, and I like that. I think that's a pretty cool card. Then I have some regular buyers for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., so I needed to restock on some of those. So we've got Vlad repping the Dominican Republic, Baseball, Dominican Republic, Vladimir Guerrero. A little bit of a refractor prismatic print on that. If we look at the back, this is the baseball insert set celebrating Latin players 2021 Topps. Juan Soto Action Stars. I always pick these up. This one's from Topps Chrome. I think they're an awesome set. We've got a serial numbered Cal Ripken Jr. Donruss 20 out of 500. This is like a hollow silver or something like that they would call it. Gotta love numbered cards. Up next, we've got a rookie Fernando Tatis from 2019 Panini Limited. You got the rookie card badge on there. I sell quite a few of Fernando Tatis. This one I really like. 2023 Topps. I believe it's Masterpieces. Although the logo looks like an MC. I may have to look at this a little bit more. Oh, Museum Collection. It's not Masterpiece. It's Museum Collection. But it is Gunnar Henderson rookie card, one of the hot rookies for the Baltimore Orioles last year. A few more rookies. We know I love Topps Stadium Club. So we got Christopher Morel there with his rookie card. Love the full bleed photography, no borders. We got the Italian assassin, Vinny Pasquantino, getting a shower here. Rookie card for him. We got some Donruss legends here. We got Larry Doby. And that is a refractor, as you can see, or hollow, whatever you want to call it, prism. I do like Topps Chrome Black, so I was surprised when I saw this one come through. They're a little pricier sets, so that's always good to pick in a low-end box, but we got a Trey Turner here for the Phillies. We got Gabriel Moreno. I've sold a few of his rookie cards, so I grabbed a few more. Topps Stadium Club is a nice choice. As I said, I sell some Vlad, so I picked up a Stars of the MLB for him. I've sold a few of those cards. Henry Davis, his rookie card for the Pirates. I think he's an exciting young player that could see bigger fame yet. I got a Francisco Lindor Topps Fire here, and it's the foil one. I'm gonna have to check this out a little bit though. There's a little bit of flakiness up there and down here. I need to check other copies of this to see if that was the actual print or if that's a little damage on this. If that's damage, I'm probably just going to throw this in my dime box, to be honest with you. But if I see other cards listed that look just like that with these little spots on it, then I'm okay to check it. And that's how I look at some questionable conditions sometimes, because it is tricky. Sometimes in the photography, they want it to look like game used or live, and then you'll have a spot of dirt here, spot of dirt there that sometimes looks like a smudge. But when I go to eBay and I see, oh, there's 20 other ones listed that look exactly like that, the same spot in the same place, then I know, okay, that's by design. That's not a condition issue. Some more Vlad swagger insert from Mosaic. We got a nice Big Poppy David Ortiz from Allen and Ginter. More Chipper Jones from Omega. Flip this around horizontal. So we got the foil with the baseball over here. You got the print of the baseball seams there. They're not like Ovation where they pop out, but the photography is pretty cool, if you ask me. I mean, those seams look almost real just looking at it on camera. Omega, who made that? Pacific made Omega. All right, we're almost done with baseball. Just a few left. We got I think this is 2023 Topps Heritage, NL Champions. Corbin Carroll, anything with him is hot. We've got an insert here. Let's see. I want to read the back of this one. Looks like 97 Fleer. Fast Track. Circa 1997. Fast Track insert. Vlad Guerrero. He was one of my favorite players in the 90s. We got a Bowman's Best, Luis Robert. Still an exciting player. We've got a Yankees rookie, Topps Chrome. A little refractor action there. Osvaldo Cabrera. We got an 81 Donruss, Reggie Jackson. There he is in those Yankees unis. We've got modern big league here, 2023. What did they call these? Big leaguers. Yeah, 2023 big leaguers insert from Topps Big League. We got Bryce Harper doing his best gamer impression, got the headphones on and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. And then we got 2 horizontals to finish off. We've got, I think this is 2022, might have been opening day's last day. So we've got opening day Angels team card. So you've got Ohtani there, you've got Trout there, Rendon. Right in front of Rendon, that might be Pujols as well. So when I looked at this collection of players, I was like, that's a nice card to have. And this last one, I've been struggling to pinpoint exactly what year and set this is from. It is a Topps card, and I think this is original. I don't think this is a reprint, and it might be a 70s card, but I could be totally wrong on this. But I find no year of the set on this, so I'm going to have to dig a little bit more. But it is a Lou Burdett of the Milwaukee Braves. And I know this mimics a vintage set, or it's from that vintage set. I'm not sure. It was a random card at a table that I found. And I was like, okay, Milwaukee Braves, Lou Burdett. Is Lou Burdett in the Hall of Fame too? I feel like he probably is because I've known that name since I was a kid. So I'm going to have to figure out exactly what set this is from. I know I've seen that design before, and it's just at the tip of my tongue. But that is our last baseball card of our pickups. So what'd you think? How'd we do on baseball? Did we get some good stuff there? Again, over 400 cards. I averaged out to about 50 cents a card on the day. Some a little more, some a little less. But I feel pretty good about the cards that I got. These baseball ones, I feel like they're all going to be pretty good sellers. I'm not overly concerned about, sitting on them for too long. I think they'll move pretty well. But we're not done with baseball yet either. I've got a bunch of relic cards here as well. So let's take a look at those. We've got an Upper Deck. Let's see. Game used baseball card. Piece of memorabilia has been certified to have been used in an official Major League game. They don't clarify which game, though. Game materials. Upper Deck game materials. We got a Rocco Baldelli. Let's switch back over to the card cam. There we go. Looks like a little uniform swatch, pants or something like that because it's all white. I got all these relics pretty cheap from a dealer who was sitting next to us. And, some of us that sell low end don't like to mess with these relics because a lot of times we have to send them. We can't send them eBay standard envelope because they're either too thick or too rigid. I got these in particular because most of them are pretty thin, and I might still be able to get away with eBay standard envelope on some of them. I can tell though on a few of them I will have to send them ground advantage, which then I'll have to decide, do I pass through shipping or do I charge a little more for them? So we'll see on that. Next coming up is an all-star event worn piece of memorabilia. 2014 MLB All-Star Game workout jersey. We've got Matt Carpenter. I believe he was with the St. Louis Cardinals at that time. Yep, I see the SL hat. We've got another game materials for good old Trot Nixon with the Boston Red Sox. Let's see here. I want to keep with our horizontals since we're there. We got 2005 Donruss Timbers and Threads. And what I like about this one is you get two different pieces of memorabilia. Let's see what it says here. The enclosed piece of bat was cut from an authentic bat personally used by Garrett Anderson in an official Major League Baseball game. The enclosed piece of jersey was cut from an authentic jersey personally worn by Garrett Anderson in an official Major League Baseball game. So they're telling us that they are player worn, player on the card. So they're saying Garrett Anderson wore this swatch in some game and used this bat in some game. I have no way to prove that. I'm not going to question it. I personally like relic cards. I think it's a cool thing to have. And I think there are others like me, but there are a lot of collectors that really talk down on the memorabilia cards and say that, you know, if you can't say exactly when this player used it in what game, then it's not as worthwhile, and almost they dismiss it. I'm not one of those people. I like the memo cards. Another Upper Deck game materials. We've got Todd Helton here. A little jersey swatch. I like these ones. This is 2005 Topps Bazooka Joe. We've got an authentic Bazooka Fun Facts game used back card of Walt Weiss from 2005 Topps Bazooka. Love these ones. Walt Weiss with the Oakland A's. Got the F cut out for Fun Facts. So let's see. His fun fact is he was the 1988 American League Rookie of the Year. I probably wouldn't have remembered that. But I like the bat relics too a little bit more. I don't know why. Just personal preference. Here we've got a piece of history, stadium scenes from a Minnesota Twins great, Joe Mauer. Let's see, game used baseball card. On the front of this card is a piece of memorabilia that has been certified as having been used in an official MLB game. That's really all it says. But Joe Mauer, really was a stalwart at catcher for the Twins for many, many years. He was the benchmark in Major League Baseball for quite a while. Let's see. Sorting out kind of the orientation of some of these cards. I want to keep the horizontal ones together so I don't have to keep flipping them. Another game materials from Upper Deck, Rocco Baldelli. So it looks like we got two of those. So we'll have a little quantity discount. We got a modern player that's still pretty relevant, consistent all-star. Doesn't get the love that he probably should. I don't know, maybe because he plays for Cleveland. So you're probably starting to guess who that is now that you know it's with Cleveland. Let's see. You have just received Major League Material card from 2022 Topps. Memorabilia contained on this card is not from any specific game, event, or season. So the way they word that is, I think, where some people get down on it. Doesn't mean this isn't a piece of a bat used by Jose Ramirez in a Major League game. But the fact that they don't pinpoint it makes people doubt. So it is what it is. But Jose Ramirez is a pretty relevant name in the game today. So I was happy to get a piece of bat material for Jose Ramirez. One of my favorites back in the day with my fantasy teams, Adam Jones, chasing history, his extra home run record, some game used material swatches. Let's see here. Any more horizontal ones? Oh, sure. We got a couple more coming up here. Upper Deck game materials. Another Twins great. What year is this? Let's see. You've received. Okay. This is 2006. I'm not going to say the player right away. You've received game used pants. On the front of this card, an authentic piece of pants worn by this player in an official Twins Major League Baseball game. And this player is Johan Santana. Dominant pitcher in his prime. Was an all-star. Went on the pitch with the Mets and I think a couple others. Probably was never as good as he was when he was with the Twins, though, in my opinion. And then we've got New York Mets. Speaking of the Mets, we've got Upper Deck, the People's Choice. Oh, the People's Choice. Are we talking The Rock here? 2002 Upper Deck, People's Choice. This is game-worn jersey. by this Mets player. And we have Rey Ordonez. Rey Ordonez. And we've got one more horizontal I'll throw at you. This is a 2020 Topps Walmart Holiday Mega Baseball. Holiday Materials, I think they call these. WHR is the insert set. Holiday Relic. Walmart Holiday Relic. And we have Seattle Mariners, Mitch Haniger, like the green aqua swatch there for the Seattle unis. So those are our horizontal memo cards. I've got 3 more horizontals. I put them aside because they're all from the same set. So let's take a look at these. A couple of these are numbered as well. We've got 3 different number cards. I guess I'll go highest number to lowest number. This is Upper Deck Artifacts, game used apparel, Coco Crisp. So we've got a swatch of his, looks like probably pants there from his time with the Indians. Serial numbered out of 325. I think that's what's would be considered a bronze. Bronze parallel. It looks like we got a little bit of a soft corner, so that'll be like an excellent condition. Looking on the back, game used jersey, authentic, Coco Crisp in an official Indians game, and that's about it. Oh, we get a little Boston Red Sox logo there too. So that must have been in a trade year where Coco was traveling. All right, up next, we've got serial numbered out of 250. I think this is probably silver limited. We've got Derek Lee of the Chicago Cubs, and this card looks in really good shape. Don't immediately see any condition issues. A little white swatch there, probably pants. And then we've got the gold limited out of 150. And we've got the White Sox. Harold Baines. Heck of a player. Harold Baines might, I don't know, is he in the Hall of Fame or is he at least on the voting list? I know he had some staying power. He had some really good seasons. I don't know that he stands out to me as one of the greats of all time. But certainly one of the top players of his playing days. He was a relevant name in most seasons. Designated hitter for the Chicago White Sox, which probably means this was towards the end of his career. So again, we got a white swatch there, probably pants. It looks like the stretchy material for pants. So all right, that's our horizontal ones. We'll stick with the artifacts. I've got a couple more from the artifacts set. This one coming up here is on the front of this card, certified. Doesn't say anything about what kind of material it is, but it is from the Minnesota Twins, and it is Torii Hunter. And you can see just a sliver of a pinstripe coming through in there as well. Torii Hunter was a fun player that I watched. This particular one, you can see it says Gold Edition on there as well. And as a result, I think somewhere on this, it's interesting. I don't see this one numbered at all. You would think with a Gold Edition, this would have some numbering, but I guess not. But I can tell you that this next card, another artifacts with a Philadelphia Philly, is numbered out of 150. Chase Utley. I was a big fan of Chase Utley for a number of years. I don't know. I seem to follow a lot of second basemen in my fandom. So we got a Chase Utley swatch there. Nice looking card. Congratulations. Chase Utley game used jersey trading card. Authentic Chase Utley worn Phillies game. And I guess this is, I see the foil of the stamp is in green. You kind of have the green backgrounds as well. That might be considered like a green parallel. I'll have to look that up. Not your traditional color for like out of 150 though, in my opinion. just a white swatch there. I wish we could have got something kind of in the red, but hey, it's still a nice artifact, right? All right, we're gonna go on to Upper Deck Timeline memorabilia. We got Travis Hafner. We got a little shard of a bat there. He could really mash when he was firing on all cylinders. We got a Miguel Montero. Looks like some pants on that one. This guy coming up next was another one of my favorite players. I still love the nickname. Looking at this one, got a little bit of soft corner starting, so I'm going to have to mark this one down a little bit. But we got the Flying Hawaiian, Shane Victorino. We've got MLB All-Star Game workout jersey from 2011, a little swatch of that jersey. I like these. The All-Star stuff seems to go well for me. I've sold a few, and I get decent money for them. This one, of course, I'll probably be in like excellent condition, so might only be a couple bucks for this one. Looks like there's a few scratches on there as well. I'll have to look at that a little closer, make sure it's up to my standards to list. But Shane Victorino was pretty popular with the fans. Now we got a modern player. I think he's still a starter in Washington. We've got a 2018 Diamond Kings material, Victor Robles. So we got two sides of the swatch there. Probably the same piece of material. I like that it's the red, makes it pop a little bit more. Those are actually nice cards. I have a feeling I'll be able to do pretty well on that one. Ovation, authentic jersey, 2002 Upper Deck Ovation. We've got another great here, so I should be able to move this one okay. Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. We got a little swatch there. They call it jersey, but man, I guess the home jerseys are white. So that could be. It seems like more often than not, you don't see much color in the swatches, or at least those are the ones that end up in the value boxes, right? So I did get that bright red one there a minute ago, so that was good to see. But the overwhelming majority of these have been white. Then I got my hometown Brewers coming up here. Destination Stardom from SP. Let's see here. We've got pitcher Ben Sheets, who, Brewers drafted him, had a lot of fanfare coming up, and he had some really good years, but just didn't have like a Hall of Fame career for sure, and wasn't as dominant for as long as fans had hoped in Milwaukee, but he certainly had his day, and I like the design. Kind of looks like a postage stamp there. Let's see. A game used bat shard coming up here on a mini. So this is a Topps 206 memorabilia. Probably the first one of these I've had my hands on. So we've got, that's a bat shard. Let me read the back and see what it says about authenticity. Piedmont, the brand of quality. Baseball series. Factory number 25, 24 distribution, Virginia. Game used bat, and that's really all it says. Very few words on this Topps 206, but it's a Kelly Johnson, and it's the framed mini. I always like the framed cards. In fact, I got a couple more here I'll show you. Up next is a 2012 Allen and Ginter framed memorabilia swatch. Let's see, game used, relic card. Doesn't say anything about the relic, but looks like it's a little jersey swatch there, or pants swatch. So again, framed mini. Love the framed minis. I have lots of regular minis. I don't have a lot of framed minis. So that's an opportunity for me. And not something I see every day at a card show either in the boxes I'm in. So I got one more. This is a 2008, I should say, Allen and Ginter mini. And this one is a swatch cut from a game-worn jersey, and it is Casey Kotchman. Looks like it's his time with the Angels. He played in the Central with the Brewers for a while too. Did he actually play for the Brewers? I feel like he maybe had a season or two actually with the Brewers as well, and then went on to one of the other clubs in the division. Had a few good years. Certainly not a guy that I think a lot of people are going to look back on and, wonder if he's voting for the Hall of Fame or anything like that. But he was a serviceable player, had some exciting times. And then our last baseball memorabilia card. I've sold a few of these. The last one I sold was for Ryan Howard, and it sold pretty well. This is a 2007 All-Star Game Stitches. This has event-worn piece of his All-Star Festivities jersey, and they cut it out. They cut the card out to represent the 07 All-Star Game, and this is Mike Lowell. Mike Lowell really had a good following. The guy battled some cancer issues and was able to continue playing for a while. He was a great contact hitter, and he had a little bit of pop too. I think most of his career was with the Marlins, if I remember correctly. He was a stalwart there. But all-around good guy by all accounts. Solid player. Had some productive seasons. And I think he's a player that there's still a lot of fans of those teams he played for that are still interested in his cards. All right. So that takes us through all of our baseball. Heck of a buy there, in my opinion. I think I got some good stuff. What do you think? Did I get some good stuff? Is it stuff you think I'm going to be able to move? My goal going into this show was to get some things that were beyond the floor of my store is $1.99 cards, right? I wanted to get some things that we're going to price out a little bit higher to give buyers a little more variety in my store. There's only so many low-end cards a buyer is going to come in and get, right? But I think it's more effective if you have a couple $3 to $5 cards, and then they tack on a couple $1.99 cards as well. So we're really always focused on diversity here at JC3 Cards and Collectibles. We try to focus on many different sports, non-sport, a little bit of TCG, but then we're trying to hit different price points as well to really be a one-stop shop for multiple different buyers. Whether you're a collector, whether you're a flipper, whatever your reason for looking for cards is, we want to have some options for you. And I think overall, this show was pretty successful for that. So we've got one more group of cards to go through, and it's quite a bit. We've got our football cards to go through. I'm going to sort those out a little bit for us and get those ready. And we'll be back to view those right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We are here to finish off our pickups for the Green Bay Card Show. We had so many this week that I actually took more than a day to make this video. So quick change, a night of sleep. I'm back to finish up what remains. And what does remain is a couple stacks of football. This isn't everything, but this is kind of what we got left to go through for football today. So I think what surprised me a little bit is I hit some runs of specific players. We're going to see some Steve Young. We're going to see some Brett Favre. We're going to see some Edgerrin James, Marvin Harrison. I hit pockets of specific players that had some good cards, good inserts, good parallels. And I went for it. I took them. So we're going to see that repeated a couple of times here throughout the day. A lot of good 90s stuff. Got some memorabilia relics again, a couple autos in football as well. So we are going to set up our card cam again, and we are going to dig right into them. All right, here's the card cam. And we are going to get started here. So right off the bat, we've got a nice Steve Young Prism. Hit a little run of Steve Young's. Felt good about it. Went with it. This is a Fleer metal. What year is this? Let's see here. This is a 95, I believe, Fleer metal. All gold shine on that. You can, let me see if I can give you a little lighting there so you can see the nameplate. There's all in gold as well. We've got a Skybox Impact Boss insert, Steve Young. So those are embossed. I always enjoy those. A 98 Absolute die cut. This little corner has the die cut on it, and you got the dual image there. We know we love our gold labels, so I got a nice gold label, Steve Young, as well. This next one is a Topps Chrome from 1998, Topps Chrome. Nice little chrome card with, what do we call it? Almost like a snakeskin background on that. Really nice look to it. And then we've got a 94 Fleer Flare Hot Numbers. Nice little insert there. And our last one is actually a second of the Topps Gold label. Steve Young. Let me double check. Is that the exact same one? Did I get a volume? No, that's a different year. So this was the first one I put up. And then this is, and let me check the year on that one. So this first one was a 98, and then I got a 2000 as well. I love the Topps Gold label. All right, then we hit on a little bit. I'm going to move these as well because these this next one is acetate. I got two of these President's Reserve acetate Troy Aikman. These are Collector's Edge 96. So as you probably know from watching me before, we love our acetate cards here. We've got a Flair Showcase Aikman. Little refractor there. We've got a 99 Pacific Prism of Aikman. I love those. I actually got a couple different players in that set. We've got a 2000 Pacific Vanguard. Aikman is a Texas hero. Just love the newspaper like design, so you can see the page folding back a little bit. We got the red foil. This next one is really fun. It's a Pro Set, 91 Pro Set. It's the anti-drug campaign. Think about it. Play it straight. The higher you get, the lower you go. Stay off drugs. So it just reminds me of that age. We got another Pacific Revolution. This one of Troy Aikman. We got a Upper Deck holographics. We got rookie graphics here. Nice finish. Oh, and we switched over to Edgerrin James now. Edgerrin James is on the docket. Fleer Gamers inserts with that nice hollow foil background there. We got a Press Pass 99 die cut. So you got the X's and O's here. Edgerrin James and his Miami Hurricanes uni. We got another gold label, Edgerrin James. Got a couple of these Millennium Monsters inserts I'm going to show you. This is a 2000 Fleer Ultra Millennium Monsters. So it's a little bit embossed. The dreads all pop, kind of like the action-packed cards, right? Just really cool design. I'd like to see more of these in modern cards. Another Fleer Showcase, Edgerrin James. Topps 2000 is one of my favorite eye appeal sets. So you got a Topps 2000 Edgerrin James. Then I got 3 of these Kurt Warner cards. I pick up a little Kurt Warner here and there. These are Upper Deck. Let's see, what year is this? I want to say around 2000 or 99. 2000, yeah. So I got 3 of these Upper Deck Highlight Zone. Really nice look to these. The Upper Deck badge is bronze. We got the multiple images, and we got a little bit of refractor or hollow shine, as well as this Collector's Edge Supreme Kurt Warner Route 39. So that was on the way to the Super Bowl. Really cool image there. Then sticking with the Collector's Edge Supreme, they have a insert set called Monday Knights, KNIGHTS. And these are from their 2000 Monday Knights insert set. We got a Ricky Williams. Looks really cool. Caught my attention. You know, the eye appeal right away. And Chris Carter on that as well. We've got a 99 Topps Tim Brown Prime Target. So we got a Hall of Famer there. Really nice, like prismatic look to that. We got the targets there. Very cool, very cool. We got some more Ricky Williams. So this is Collector's Edge Advantage, Ricky Williams. And what I like about this is those little foil strips on the uniform. I think they just did that on the rookie class that year. We've got a couple more of the Revolution set. So Rookie Revolution, Ricky Williams. We got 2 of those. We got some die cuts here from 2015 Panini Score. We got a die cut Tony Romo Precision Passers and a die cut Ground Gainers Ahman Green. Next up here is a Fleer Snapshot, which is an interesting set to me. So it's a 35 millimeter slide of Jamal Anderson, which a little tough to see on this one because the slide is a little darker. Let me see if I flip it over, if that helps at all. Doesn't really seem to help, but you can see SSJL. It's numbered out of 100. I was just looking to see maybe if I do this. I'll put that light on. There, you can see a little bit more of the image of the slide there. You can see it's kind of like the photo proof of Jamal Anderson. In person, that one shows up really well. And then I got this, let's see, 99, I believe, Fleer Tradition Aerial Assault. So it's got the little acetate target scope in there showing Keyshawn Johnson. We got a 2022 Certified Stars, Jonathan Taylor. Got that orange and the refractor. This is actually numbered out of 149. We got a Spellbound Trevor Lawrence, the letter E, and that's the green parallel. Same set, we got the Matthew Stafford F. So I like to get those whenever I can see them. We got a 2016 Score Reflections of Rob Gronkowski. Really nice card there. We've got a Revolutions rookie. So this is a modern one. 2023 Chronicles Revolution Draft Picks. This is rookie of our hometown Packers, Luke Musgrave. We've got a 22 Playoff SSD Momentum Acetate card of Kenneth Walker III, and that is his rookie card badge. We've got a 2018 Panini Phoenix Joe Mixon. I think that's the Fireburst parallel. We've got a base Illusions 2020 Illusions Patrick Mahomes, which I've sold a number of these, so I know that'll go. We've got a 2022 Goodwin Champions, Caleb Williams Splash of Color. So that's an insert for them. We've got a 2022 Panini Donruss Elite, Elite Deck Hollow of Jonathan Taylor. Nice image there. We've got a 2015 Topps Fire, and this is a foil parallel of Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. Next up is another Panini Phoenix. This is a 2021 Tom Brady. So we got the nice prism finish on that. We've got a 2023 Rookies and Stars rookie of Anthony Richardson, the draft class insert. This next one I got for the profile image above all else. 2021 Topps. I'll have to double check on what the actual set is. It is from 2021. It is a Topps. Topps football. It's got the old throwback design. So this is a 1956 Topps football design, but it's a print run in 2021, and it is Trevor Lawrence. He's got the hair flowing, like that's what he's known for. I do occasionally have a Philip Rivers buyer, so I found this 2014. What does the V stand for on these? Valor, I want to say. The Valor set, and in Discipline, this is numbered out of 299. It's the Discipline insert, I believe, or at least variation. Really cool looking card. I like that myself. Philip Rivers with the Chargers. I talked before on some of the baseball and other sets that red, white, and blue seems to be hot for me. I got this 2015 Prism red, white, and blue Marshall Faulk with the hollow there. Another Topps Fire. This is 2014. Got a nice finish on this one. Aaron Rodgers. Little bit of a prismatic finish on that. Tua's still hot. So I got a 2022 Phoenix with the flamethrowers. Let me line that up a little bit. Flamethrowers insert for Tua. Patty Mahomes, you can't go wrong with Patty Mahomes. 2023 Score. I love the Men of Autumn concepts. I picked that up. 2021 Rookies and Stars. I like the Airborne set. So I came across this Joe Montana, and that is like the squares, the laser squares. I forget what they actually call it at Panini. But it is one of the parallels of that insert. Got to go with that. Another numbered card here. This is 2022 certified gold team insert, but in the blue parallel, numbered out of 75, and it is Ryan Tannehill, which there are some buyers out there for Ryan Tannehill. He continues to have a following. I'll flip it over. You can see serial number there, 19 out of 75. So if I can get that for the right price, I will get that all day. Got a kicker. We've got a, well, I'm going to skip that one. That's horizontal. I'll come back to the horizontal so I don't have to keep flipping. 2021 Prestige Living Legends. We got a Reggie Bush there. I like that card. I got a couple of those. I think there's a Charles Haley we'll see later. 2021 timestamped Brandon Ayuk. I think there's some opportunity there with Brandon Ayuk. We're back to Philip Rivers. This is a 2021 Prism Draft Picks. So we got red, white, and blue again. It's in his is that NC State, I believe, is where it came from. Yeah. So a nice looking card there. Like I said, I have a Rivers buyer that looks for cards for Rivers. The Rivers is their PC, so I like to pick those up. 2021 Prestige Any Given Sunday. We got Hall of Famer Len Dawson. Here's the Living Legends Charles Haley I talked about before. So you can see really nice finish on that. It's got a little pop. We've got a Troy Polamalu 2021 score game faces. So legendary player there with the Giants. Topps DPP, one of those unnecessarily thick cards. This is a 2017 Randy Moss with the Raiders. I do like those cards. I just wish they weren't so thick. We've got a Skybox from Fleer Skybox 2000 Soul Train Marshall Faulk. I just thought that was a cool design. We've got a Steve McNair sighting. This is a 2001 Pacific Invincible 2001, and you'll see up here that it is numbered out of 750 as well. We got a Steve McNair numbered out of 750. I was a big fan of Steve McNair. Speaking of those Oilers and Tennessee Titans, I like this insert set as well. This is from 97 Fleer Ultra. I like the Blitzkriegs. So I got an Eddie George there with the old Oilers helmet logo. I'm taking a chance. I'm back on Russell Wilson a little bit. Some 2014 Absolute die cuts here. I got 2 of these, Russell Wilson. So you see the little cutouts on the side. Gotta go with my Wisconsin boy, 2021 Prism draft picks, Jonathan Taylor. Still, I think he's an impressive running back. He's had a few injuries that have set him back, but when he's available, he's electric. 2000 Fleer Coach's Corner. Gotta go with my man Vince Lombardi. We all in Green Bay here, a lot of people talk about Lombardi time. You're always 15 minutes early for everything because you're on Lombardi time. Next up, we've got a 97 Topps Finest Bulldozer. Still got the protective cover on that one. We've got a Pacific Paramount Emmitt Smith with a nice nameplate on there. You can see a little refractiveness. I'm getting full on my stack there, so I'm going to switch that out. We've got another gold label. This one really caught my eye because of the green. I don't know if you can see it a little bit, but if you hold this in your hand, it's almost a total green background, which really caught my eye. One, because it's Darrell Green, a great cornerback for the Washington Commanders now, I guess, is what we call them. This next one, 2004, playoff contenders. I had actually forgot that Emmitt Smith ended his career with the Cardinals, I believe. He went to the Cardinals towards the end of his career. I don't know if that's where he played last. I'd have to double check that. But I forgot about his time with the Cardinals until I saw this card. I don't see a lot of Cardinals Emmitt Smith cards, so I picked that one up. 91 Fleer, we got Smoking Dan Marino here. Pretty common card, but I feel like it's a pretty iconic one as well. We got a Prestige Playoff 2003, I think. Drew Brees in his Chargers time. Another Drew Brees coming up here, 2007 All-Pro. So you got him in the Pro Bowl uni there. Got a couple copies of this Pacific Crown Royale from 98, I believe. Let me double check this. Is it 98? 98. Yep, that's a 98. So Dan Marino, Pillars of the Game. Nice refractive finish down there on the nameplate at the bottom. That's what caught my attention with it. Collector's Edge Supreme, Emmitt Smith with the Cowboys. Some more Emmitt Smith, All-Pro Rewind. So you got him in a Pro Bowl jersey there. A little Fleer Showcase, Jerry Rice, kind of similar to the Topps Gold labels. We got a Marino Ovation. We've got an Emmitt Smith in that Pacific Prism, 2000 Pacific Prism set. So really nice looking card there. This next one, Top Stadium Club, so that always gets my attention. It's from a Never Compromise insert set in 1999. One of my old hometown favorites, Antonio Freeman. We've got a 97 Flair Showcase, Marshall Falk. Really nice looking card there. Upper Deck, Proving Ground. So this is from 2000. Yeah, 2000. Upper Deck, Proving Ground, Marshall Falk. The Rams. Got another Millennium Monsters. We talked about the Fleer Ultras before. This insert set. These are from 2000. This one's Donovan McNabb. We got a Skybox The Bomb insert from 2000. Randy Moss. Really nice eye appeal there. Then we got a 99 Collector's Edge old school insert. I love this. Torrey Holt in the old school uni. Also got a hollow finish on that, as you can see it bouncing around the edge. Up next, we've got a 97 Fleer Game Breaker, Marshall Falk. I talked about my affinity for Topps 2000. We got a Kurt Warner from that set. Another, looks like this is a copy, 2000 Prism, Emmitt Smith. We've got a playoff 99 SSD Momentum Randy Moss acetate card. I always love the acetate cards. We've got a Bowman's Best from 1998, and we've got a Troy Aikman on that. Nice kind of sunburst type of foil on that. Another nice Stadium Club coming up here. It's got a good design. 97 Stadium Club ground control. Eddie George. Look at all those little footballs in the foil in the background. I really like that. Really great design there. So up next, we've got an SP, 99 SP, another Steve McNair, Starscapes. Really nice refractor, textured type of finish on that one. A lot of these, like, if I haven't seen them before, I grab them. I'd like to have something different, you know, if I see so many cards, and then when I see something that I haven't seen before, it catches my eye. I got to have it. Next is a 2001 Topps Gallery. I am a fan of Topps Gallery. A nice Jim Brown here. Nice nameplate at the bottom in the bronze. I'm a fan of these 2014 Absolute Hog Heaven, Marshawn Lynch. Just like the design. Again, one of those unnecessarily thick cards, which causes some shipping problems at times, but still design that I think is desirable. Pacific Aurora 99, Emmitt Smith. Can't go wrong with these Hall of Famers. A couple of these Stadium Club, let's see. These are from 98, I think. Two of these Dan Marinos. 2000 Bowman Chrome Groundbreakers, Fred Taylor. So you got the nice chrome card there. Cool design. Oh, get ready for a little bit of shine on this one. We got a Bowman's Best from 2000. This is a franchise 2000 Tim Brown. Look at all that gold. Holy moly. And then we've got a Charles Woodson. C. Wood, one of my favorite players, Hall of Famer. This is a 98 Skybox Premium Destroyers variation or insert, and you got all those little circles in the background. Looks pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and move those out of there. We'll do a few of these horizontal ones for a bit. My man, Joe Cool, the original Joe Cool, Joe Montana and the tribute. So it shows him at different points in his career. We get a Fleer Ultra from 2000. Fast lane insert, Chris Carter. Hit on a little bit of Chris Carter this time. And some Randy Moss. You know, you've heard that name come up a couple of times. Speaking of that, 2006 Upper Deck 1,000-yard receivers. So 7-time 1,000-yard receiver, Randy Moss. Some more Russell Wilson, Prestigious Pros and 2021 Prestige. We're going to stay with that set and get some kicker love here. Stephen Gostkowski, little Justin Tucker. Every once in a while, I like to give some kickers some love. 2016 Prestige Alma Maters, Rob Gronkowski and his Auburn uni. These are kind of fun. I don't know who this first person is actually. 2016 Don Ross. I believe this is an actress, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with her work, but it's from the Fans of the Game inserts for the 49ers, Daniela Monet. This one I certainly know. 2022 Don Ross Fans of the Game. This is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Guess he's a Commanders fan. We've got a nice Topps Chrome here. I hadn't seen this one before. 2001, I believe. 2001. This is an insert for Topps Chrome. Hardcore Hokies. Maybe not an insert, but at least a variation. We've got a refractor on that. And we've got Michael Vick and my man Antonio Freeman. I'm a fan of these. I pick them up whenever I find them. 2004 Press Pass and the big numbers inserts. This is for big man Robert Gallery. Got a little refractor business going on there, and it's a die cut. You can see the cuts around the football here. And then a 2000 Fleer medal of rare metal rookies. Pretty nice card there. Bubba Franks was a big-time player for a few years in Green Bay. Didn't have an especially long career, but it was impactful while he was here. There's a few of the horizontals. This next one is one of the better ones I found on the day in my value box searching. This was, 97. Yeah, 1997 Bowman's Best Cuts Refractor. And I have this one in the top loader because that die cut on the top is so thin. I don't want to take a chance on that getting damaged. I might be able to get $10 for this card. On the high end, $10. On the low end, within a couple bucks of that is probably where I'm gonna sit at a floor on that. If I can't get the 10, I'll sit on this card if I can't get like $8. It is just very unique. I haven't seen other ones. I would imagine these cards haven't really lasted the test of time really well because it is so fragile at the top. I think many of these probably had sustained some damage over the years. Then we hit on a bunch of Brett Favre. I've got quite a bit of Brett Favre, not like the dollar box does, but I've got a whole box of Brett Favre. I've listed a lot. So these were ones that either I know I sold a number of them or I haven't seen that in my own listing collection. Up first is a 99 Fleer Mystique with a nice hollow finish on it. We've got a 99 Upper Deck SPX. Another nice hollow finish on that one. We've got a die cut. This is from 99 Fleer, I believe. Fleer Ultra, and it is the Touchdown Kings die cut insert. Very cool card. It's kind of embossed as well. Can't go wrong with that. Couple Topps Stadium Club from 90. Let's double check this. 95. And I got to do a little more research on this one because I have two variations on this. Here's one, Extreme Core. And you can see it's kind of blue, yellow, green in the nameplate and brand plate there. But then I also got a pure red one, which, If I angle it, there you go. You can see that's all red. And I know one of these is much rarer than the other, and I'm going to want to look into that a little bit more. A 2007 Score Atomic. Very cool looking Brett Favre there. A 2022 The National, numbered out of 99, Brett Favre, red parallel. A Topps Gallery from, let's see, 1997, Topps Gallery, Brett Favre. I'm just a fan of Topps Gallery. I think they are very nice looking cards. We've got a 1995 Skybox Pay Dirt insert. You can see the little Pay Dirt logo all the way in the back. It's a refractor. Very nice looking card. Brett Favre. A 99 Pacific Aurora Brett Favre. And this might be a parallel with all those pinstripes in there. An acetate card. We've got a, what is this? 99 as well, I think. EX. EX says something else on there too. Oh, I think it just says 2001 actually. 2001 EX of Brett Favre with a little refractor shimmer on one end, and it's the clear acetate on the other end. Then I took a shot with this one. I didn't know much about it. This is, what year is this? 1996 long shot predictor for the league MVP. And it's the Brett Favre card. 69 votes for Brett Favre. I think he did win it in 96, didn't he? I'll have to check on that. A nice Bowman Chrome, Brett Favre. A Topps Stadium Club from 1995. Golden Moment, Brett Favre. So you can see all the wording is in gold. Brett Favre, again, staying with Brett Favre. We got a 96 Topps 40th anniversary. We talked about Topps 2000. I like that, so I grabbed a Brett Favre from there. Another Brett Favre. This one is Odyssey from Collector's Edge, and it's a 2000. Nice blue finish around one half of it. You got the Packers green on the other end. I grabbed a couple of these Upper Deck Ovation. I think you saw Marino earlier from this set. So I grabbed two of those. I grabbed two of these Upper Deck Ionics from 99, I think it is. Really nice design on those as well. So next we have 99 Upper Deck Encore Live Wires. I got a couple from this set, various players. Collector's Edge. I've gotten these before, the stickers. So I got a Brett Favre sticker. This one, not a huge card, Collector's Edge, but it's 97 Collector's Edge, but it's got that little dragon. It always attracts my attention, so I like to get those when I see them. A 97 Flair Showcase Favre. All right. This is a 96. It's Pinnacle. 96 Pinnacle Select Certified Edition. Brett Favre. You can see very reflective finish on that. As you can see the camera and the reflection. And that takes us through most of the Brett Favres. We've got a few horizontals as well. I'll flip over my pile there. So ABC Monday Night Football with the gold background. I picked up a bunch of these recently in a private sale, but I don't think the Favre was in there. So I picked that up. This next one is kind of a fun one. It's the Pogs 95 Classic It's the classic Pogs insert. So there's a Favre and a Reggie White. You can see the cutout of the circles. It's still intact in the card, which is the way I will keep it. Some 99 Donruss Preferred. We got a 3-pack, a triplet, if you will, of Marino, Elway, and Favre. Very nice combination there. Topps 96 Broadway's review. So Joe Namath reviewed some of the stars of the day. So we got Broadway's review. We got Brett Favre on the left and Joe Namath on the right. This is the old collector's Upper Deck Collector's Choice. You Crashed the Game. It's like playoffs edition. But what I liked about this one is it's specifically about the NFC Central, and it's got all the starting quarterbacks in the NFC Central at the time. What year was this? Mid-90s? Had to be mid-90s, right? This is 95. 95. So I was still watching a lot of football regularly. It was kind of like going to church for me every Sunday. So you've got Trent Dilfer, Brett Favre, Warren Moon with the Vikings, Steve Walsh with the Bears. Probably some forgettable years there with Steve Walsh, and Scott Mitchell with the Lions. Now we got a Fleer 2001 Fleer Focus Toast of the Town with the little map of Mississippi and Kiln, Mississippi sticking out there. Kind of a cool design. We got a Skybox Premium, 98, I believe, Skybox Premium. So you got the nameplate, wording, and the brand badge all in like this gold sparkle finish. So those are Brett Favre's we picked up. Then we went on a run of TD, Terrell Davis. I don't typically get a lot of Terrell Davis, but I found some nice inserts of Terrell Davis. So first off, we got a 2000 Fleer Dominion Turfs Up. So a nice little refractor print, foil print in there. Cool design. Staying with Fleer, we got a 2000 Fleer Dream Team. Again, nice inserts, good color splash. Oh boy, we got a bunch of these horizontal ones. I hate to keep switching back and forth on you, so I'm gonna save those up and come back to them. This next one is a 99 Skybox Premium box tops insert. Terrell Davis. 96 Playoff Absolute. I've always been kind of a fan of this set. I think it's a nice look. 96 Playoff Illusions. Terrell Davis. We always talk about system quarterbacks. I think Terrell Davis was probably what we could call a system running back as well. That running game that they had in Denver was built specifically for a runner of Terrell Davis's type. I don't know that he would have had the same level of success in any other system. 99 Topps. We've got record numbers insert. We've got our old friends Ionics. This is a holographics. What year is this? 99 holographics NFL 24/7. Nice looking card there. The way I think of it is if I'm a Terrell Davis fan and I'm out there looking for Terrell Davis cards, I want things that look pretty cool. I got 2 of these Fleer Ultra 2-minute thrills. I think we saw them in another player earlier as well. If not, we'll see some more. 2021 Prestige Any Given Sunday. Another Fleer Dominion. This one's from 2000. Hardcore insert, so I like to play on words there. And then I'll throw a couple of these horizontal ones. 2000 Aurora. I like this one because of that Bronco design on the left. The lighting here could be a little bit better, I guess. But that There you go. You can kind of see how the outline really pops. And then a power deck. I wasn't familiar with this set. 2000 upper, I think it's upper deck. Yeah, upper deck power deck. And it's the time capsule, I think, is an insert. So that's all foil, silver colored foil. Just a unique kind of design there. Caught my eye. Again, eye appeal is a lot of what I'm looking for. Then we hit on a bunch of Barry Sanders. We got an upper deck black diamond. Most of these are ones that I've sold before. The upper deck live wires. So before we had one that was the Encore parallel. This is the base live wires. Collector's Edge, and let me see here. Collector's Edge Masters Barry Sanders. So you got a nice hollow there and a deep blue for all the print. We got a private stock here from, who makes this? Pacific. 2000 Pacific Private Stock Barry. Nice looking card there. Upper Deck Strike Force here from 99. We got a Fleer Ultra coming up here. 95 Fleer Ultra Award winner. Not enough awards went to this guy. A few of these 95 Collector's Edge, I think it's Excalibur with the sword there. I got two of those. Yeah, Excalibur Stone is what it says on the back. I guess I can show you the back. There you go. Excalibur Stone. And are these numbered? Let me take a closer look here. Do we got the same number on both of these? We do not. So I guess they're numbered as well. I don't remember that, and that's not typically, how I would look to see numbers. I'll have to check and see what the print run is on these. And I'm sure if I do a little research, it'll tell me. So those are numbered. If you've listened to me before, I'm a fan of action packs. I picked up an action pack of Barry Sanders. We got a 2000 Prism from Pacific in a Barry. We've got a 96 Pinnacle Summit Barry. We've got our 99 Pacific Revolution Barry. What year is this? 99 Playoff Prestige EXP Barry Sanders. And then I've got one in the horizontal as well. This is a 2000 Aurora. Again, with the pinstripes, I don't know if that's the basic design or if that's a parallel. I'll have to look at that a little bit more. So some nice berries in the bunch. I like the alliteration. And then there were a number of John Elway's. So 99 Contenders SSD Playoff Ticket. Very nice looking card. We've got a 2016 Donruss Optic X Factor die cut, John Elway. We've got a 99 Contenders SSD Touchdown Tandems, John Elway on that side, and Terrell Davis on the back side. So it's a twofer. We got two cards for the price of one. We've got a 98 Fleer Ultra, John Elway. We've got Collector's Choice coming up. 94 Collector's Choice, You Crash the Game, John Elway. And one horizontal card that I really like because it's a classic image. John Elway stretching out for the TD. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that is the John Elways. Pretty pleased with that. And then we got a few Peyton Mannings. So we've got a 2015 Topps Fire Peyton Manning. We've got a 2022 Phoenix Fire Forged, and I've sold a few of these already, so I know they move. 2016 Donruss These are the nicknames. The Sheriff, Peyton Manning. Then we got a die cut. You saw one for Russell Wilson earlier. This is out of 2014 Absolute. So we got the die cut, Peyton Manning in the Broncos. We've got a 2015 Panini Collegiate Draft Picks football with Peyton in his Tennessee Volunteers uni. We got the Topps 2000 that I'm a fan of. So when he was with the Colts. And we'll stay with the Colts, I guess. And we'll go to Marvin Harrison. So we have a 2000 Fleer The Bomb. We saw this with Randy Moss earlier. We also have it with Marvin Harrison. We've got a 97 Fleer Showcase Marvin Harrison. We've got a Pinnacle Zenith rookie Marvin Harrison. Now, I don't know if that's his actual rookie or a review of the rookie year. 97. So his 96 stats. So that's not his actual rookie card. That I think is the rookie review the year later, looking back. And then Fleer Game Changers from 2000. Fan of those. Our good friends Gold Label, 1998 Gold Label. So you get the dual image there. And a 2000 Bowman Rookie Rising Marvin Harrison. So nice to hit on some of those Marvin Harrisons as well. Great player. We also got a couple of autographs. This first one here is numbered out of 99. It's a 2016 Collegiate Draft Picks. So Kevin Hogan out of Stanford, I believe. Nice auto there. It is a rookie card badge. It's a prism. Here you can see the numbered out of 99. This next one I really like. It is a lineman out of Michigan University, 2014 SPA football. It is Taylor Lewan, a nice autograph there. And this next one I took a chance on. I vaguely remembered this player when he was active. 2008 Upper Deck Masterpieces. So that was really what sold me on this one. It was the Masterpieces set and design along with the auto. So it's the Masterpiece Stroke of Genius. Nice auto there. I think I'll be able to move that. Then we have some nice relic cards. We have a 2006 SPX football winning materials Brandon Marshall. Some of his teammates probably said he was a Martian at times. I don't think he always got along with everybody. A 2008 SPX early due set numbered out of 50. So when you can get something serial numbered on a relic, that is really nice. We've got a Topps 2002 Topps pristine patches. I think this is from like Topps Triumph is the set. But it is numbered out of 100 and it is Aaron Brooks. Kind of an ugly looking piece of material. I think that was from the pants, but you can see on the back side it's numbered out of 100 right there. And then you could hear it from when I flipped it over. It's pretty thick. I'm probably going to have to ship this Ground Advantage because it is really thick and dense. 2002 Absolute Memorabilia. We got numbered out of 125. Lamar Smith, Boss Hogs. But what I love about this is it's a shoe relic. I don't know if I have any other shoe relics. That is really cool. Again, they had to make this really thick. It's pretty dense. I'll have to, charge accordingly to ship that Ground Advantage. We've got a Leaf Certified here, 2004 Leaf Certified out of 175. And we've got Trent Green. Not a bad hit right there. We've got a playoff piece of the game from 2002 Brian Greasy, and that's a piece of football up there. I don't get a lot of those either. Up next is a 2015, I think. 2012 Absolute Football. War Room, LaMichael James. LaMichael James was a huge name. I remember hearing him all the time in college. Big hype about the draft. And then he only lasted a few years from what I recall. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know where he's at today. Up next, we've got some Thomas Jones at a 250. There you go. You can see the 250. So this is a 2006 playoff Donruss Classics VIP membership, Thomas Jones. Up next, I've got a 2006 Upper Deck Rookies and Stars Rookie Futures for Vernon Davis. That's a pretty nice hit. This next one has a dual patch, 2018 Donruss Elite coverage, Tyler Eifert. So you got the black patch and the white patch. And then to finish us off, we've got a Topps Chrome from 2012, and it is another LaMichael James. Pretty shiny one, too. All that chrome, Topps Chrome, all that shiny there, and a nice patch. Surrounded by gold. So that is all of our football. We made it through. I think we're at roughly 2.5 hours to get through this. So that's quite a bit. Not my longest one. That was probably the Vintage Explorer when I went through the 1976 SSPC baseball. But a pretty good day of picking up cards, made some sales, had some good conversations with folks. Got my kids involved, so that's always fun. The Green Bay Card Show at the KI Convention Center. Really had a good time. We hope that you like some of these pickups we shared. If you like this content, make sure to smash that like button. If it's your first time, go ahead and subscribe so you can see when we get new content out there. We've been a little inconsistent with content lately. Not very regular with what we put out there. We're not doing this full time. So obviously we've got to prioritize the time we have sometimes, and that goes into listing and shipping most of the time. But when we get a chance to put some content out there, I know that the pickups are often one of the more popular ones. So we will throw that out there. So like and subscribe if you're into what we're dishing out here. Let me know in the comments what you think were some of the best cards we picked up. Do you think there's some gems in there that maybe I didn't touch on? Do you have some history selling some of these cards that you'd like to share? Let us know. I'd love to hear it. So until next time, this is the Stewmeister and Charlie saying peace out.